Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, I'm going to be testing out the brand new Eve star power, which just dropped into the game about 30 minutes ago or so, and we literally got it in one box. So upon hitting an enemy, the largest egg of her egg shooter will spawn a hatchling. So as I've said previously, I feel like this star power is going to be completely broken, and a lot of the community feel like it's going to be really strong as well. So before we jump into the video, make sure you're using the credit code in the shop. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. All right, guys, so jumping into the first game then. So as you guys probably are aware, with this star power, it's going to change the shooting pattern of Eve, but it's just going to fly out a hatchling, which I just think is absolutely crazy broken. Like every single person you hit, every single time, well, like with every attack, it's going to spawn a hatchling. I just feel like it's going to be incredibly broken. You can just think of like the Mr. P meta, for example, where the spawners were just ridiculous, just over and over again, wasting your ammo. It's just going to be one of these situations. 100% needs an emergency nerf. I don't even know how this star power made it into the game, if I'm completely honest. It's game breaking. I have literally not even played it, and I just know that it's going to be completely insane, utterly broken. Like Eve is already one of the strongest brawlers in the game, probably number 1 or 2. Sometimes it is a little bit debatable, but by this star power, I feel like it's going to skyrocket her to the best brawler in the game. Like her other star power was nice, it helped you land a few more shots, but let's face it, Eve's main attack isn't really hard to hit, is it? And just creating this broken star power, it's gonna really mess things up. It's gonna make it even stronger. And yeah, I'm not excited to play any Power League. Well, for Power League, she's just getting infinite banned. There's just no way I'm allowing Eve ever in play with this star power, because there's never been a more annoying meta than a Mr. P meta, right, guys? Let me know what your most annoying meta is in your opinion, but for me, it always has to be Mr. P, just because the porters would just be the bane of my existence, just over and over again, constantly deterring my ammo. So looks like we should be able to get some good damage onto Carl. We've just got infinite hatchlings just going into them over and over again, and yeah, it's just an infinite spawn, especially if you're able to cycle your super as well. There's just not going to be a hatchling which the enemy isn't going to be able to focus on. So it's like we're getting closer to scoring. I mean, I've been completely dominating, but we haven't really created many goal scoring opportunities. But it looks like here with a nice B-slow, we should be able to walk that one in. So I guess it's really fun. The only good thing about these broken brawlers is when you're playing it yourself, you know, it feels satisfying. You're completely destroying people, everyone in a 1v1 situation. But when you're facing off against it, it's the most frustrating thing ever. So of course, it's not really nice to be in the receiving end of it, but that's going to be quite a simple win for us. Not really any challenging moments. So yeah, let's hop into the next game. All right, guys, so jumping into the next game then. So it looks like we're facing off against a Byron, Ruffs, and Nita. Shouldn't be too hard to deal with. And the brawlers that this star power is going to be even better against is those single shot brawlers. So brawlers like Byron, Piper, Bell, it's going to be really good against them, just because they're not going to be able to pierce through the pet. And yeah, it's just going to deter their ammo, especially slow reloading brawlers. I can feel this being a huge pain for Piper to deal with, just because she's going to have to constantly waste her ammo on these hatchlings. So getting close to our super here, we should be able to pop that one. We also got a hatchling behind, so it's not really going to do too much to Nita, because she seems to have pretty much infinite ammo. And yeah, you got to bear in mind as well, it's only your last hatchling, well, your last egg that's going to spawn the hatchling. So you want to be you got to be wanting to hit that last egg shot, of course, so you could get that hatchling onto the field. So that's some good pressure from our Shelly. We're getting close to our super. Okay, I didn't even realize that was actually broken up. Okay, we've got a hatchling spawning onto the roofs. That's going to waste an ammo of him. And yeah, that should be Nita as well. Okay, no, we're not going to be able to hit that one, but here come the hatchlings. It's going to waste a lot of ammo. I'm constantly missing my shots here, even though they're slowed. But here's another hatchling onto their faces, and even, I think even bears, I don't actually know. I don't know if it actually lands on spawn walls. Not test that out yet, but that would be even more insane. I imagine not, because I don't think one came out when a shot bruised then. So it's like Byron has his super here, and we're still forgetting as well Eve's other gadget. Many people don't think it's going to be that strong. I feel like it could be pretty clutch, especially considering like a lot of the hatchlings with a super, they tend to get more times than not shot down before they actually reach an enemy. So if you're quite weak, it'll be pretty nice to get that additional healing. Of course, like the good getaway jump is pretty cool, especially against brawlers that have like a good super, you know, like a Tara, like a Byron, for example, right there. If he's about to splash you with his super, and your one shot is pretty good to get away. So yeah, we definitely don't get any type of hatchling when we shoot a spawner, which is a good thing, right? Else that'd be insanely broken. So another hatchling onto Byron there. We got another super, but there's no time for these guys to make a comeback. So that's going to be another win for us. Let's hop into the next game. All right, guys, so jumping into the next game then. So facing off against Mortis and Primo. So I mean, that could be one of our harder counters just because of how slow our reload speed is. These aggro brawlers are going to be a pain for us to deal with sometimes, but still the damage output from Eve is just way too much for these brawlers to handle with. And I could just see myself, like, especially with the porters, like, although Mortis can be an okay counter to Eve, he's still got the spawnables to deal with Mortis. Like, that's kind of bane of my existence when I'm playing Mortis. You know, you're facing a Mr. P, you do counter the Mr. P, but then it's just a porter constantly chasing you over and over again, which can be pretty annoying. So nice stun from the Gale. We're constantly spawning these hatchlings onto the Primo, and yeah, it's looking like it should be a pretty straightforward win. With a nice, okay, no, somehow Tara gets the super away, but she wastes her full super for it, so she's not going to be getting her super anytime soon. We're going to be putting our super onto the floor, and that should be a goal. Okay, yeah, nice. We should be able to get this Tara away. Nice gadget there from the Gale, and we're able to score, so that's going to be another win. Let's hop into the next one. Right, guys, so next game then, so facing off against a Fang, Gale, and Sandy, so pretty better comp right here. So if you guys are wondering, like, what scenario would the other star power be better in, I mean, the good thing about Eve is that the other star power is okay as well. It's not game changing, but at least it's usable, you know, unlike some brawlers where they have like a broken star power and then an unusable one. So at least if you get the other star power with Eve, it's going to be okay. But we just seem to be wrecking everyone since Wodge has came into the game. He's absolutely good, by the way. If you watch my stream, you would know how good Wodge is. We just completely won near enough every single game on Power League. But anyways, we should be able to run up on these guys with the help of Wodge. And yeah, that's an easy walk in. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, so jumping into potentially the final game here. So again, facing off against a Frank and a Mortis. And yeah, I mean, we haven't really showcased in the last few games how strong this star power is. But just over time, I feel like people are just going to get so frustrated by this star power. It's just such a broken mechanic. I don't feel like Eve needs this type of mechanic to make her what she is, if you get what I mean. Like, we need to probably look at buffing or star power around kind of, I don't know, just anything but our hatchlings, because it can just be really annoying having to face off against a brawler that has these spawnable things. Like, again, you just reminisce to Mr. P. You got to base that around Mr. P. Like, Mr. P with his spawners, it's just terrible. It's not as good meta to have, and we kind of have this again with Eve here. So we had a Frank pushing us, but we've got Wodge cycling super and over again. That just goes to show how strong Gale is. It's so satisfying to play in this meta. We've got a hatchling spawning on the Gale. Got to waste a tiny bit of ammo. And again, we've got another hatchling. He's going to have to waste some ammo on that. And again, some people might find it hard to find the value out of his star power, but you can just see literally like even one piece of ammo is enough value for me. So again, we've got another super right here, but the hatchling is just constantly spawning over and over again. Another super, and we're just chaining like crazy. These guys just can't just handle the hatchlings. We've got our gadget as well that can spawn a hatchling. We have our star power that can spawn a hatchling. Our super, just hatchlings absolutely everywhere. But that is going to conclude it for today's video. Just a short and sweet one, just because I feel like I can't just keep talking over and over again about how broken this star power is. You guys know how strong it is already. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.